Facebook is a dumpster fire most days, and Instagram is like a landfill with photos. TikTok and YouTube is like garbage that moves and repopulates automatically. So, how do emotionally healthy activists use social media? Let's talk about it. My name is Jonathan. I'm on staff at the university, and this is EHA Daily. I really hope my daughter doesn't play the piano. Dumpster fires, heaps of trash, and piles of garbage are my favorite analogies for social media, but that wouldn't entirely be true. And if it is true, then it's my garbage pile because they're basing the suggestions off of things I've requested. So maybe it's not them, it's me. That's too simple too. Probably like most things, it's a mix of the two. Because Section 230 isn't going to change, and Facebook is a colony that keeps taking digital territory. Every person needs to be intentional about our lives online and right size what we see, which is what I want to talk about the next few days. Not making things bigger, more significant, and more important than they actually are. So instead of seeing most of social media like trash, I think it's more helpful to see it as a garden. The reason is that gardens contain nourishment and sometimes they get contaminated. There are things we can control and things we can't. So I may not be able to control what I'm exposed to, but I can control what I take in, digest, and engage with. You can go to patreon.com/IBED to see the latest media bias breakdown, as well as a community temperature reading to help process individually and corporately what you see. Now, if you saw my feed last week, MLK, Sidney Poitier, and COVID were dominant. You would think the whole world cared about the deaths of these two Black men and revered them. And we're actually on the same page about fighting COVID. And we all know that's not true. There's also weeds in gardens, and if I don't tend to them, they can also feel like they're my whole world as well. For example, a few weeks ago, I was doing research on Dan Bongino, and he's like the new Rush Limbaugh. Nothing but trash there. But all of a sudden, my feed was filled with ministers of disinformation. And let's be clear, Tucker Carlson, InfoWars, and all of that is actual hot garbage. So I have to clean my feed of that toxicity. Not of healthy conflict, diversity, and diverging perspectives, but things that profit off of fear, anxiety, and keep attention by frightening people. And just like any healthy garden, there has to be a variety of things that we take in because healthy ecosystems have diversity. So there's people and places that I go to see what's happening outside of my world to make what I'm seeing more rich, more plentiful, more nourishing. Because my feed and what I see is not the entire world. And what's just outside of my frame is actually necessary for me to be a healthy, well-rounded person. And this is where pride comes in. Different perspectives are not inherently a threat to me. Because if my opinion is not the end all be all, neither is the person that's trolling me, folks I haven't talked to in years, or somebody I just met. I can relate to them as one person, honor the image of God in them by not posting tons of links when they disagree with me or blocking or unblocking and wondering if they saw it or not, if they got that subconscious message. Our lives online, especially as activism and advocacy takes up a virtual space, this is a garden in desperate need of people who plant seeds of peace and humility, not pride, blame, and condemnation. Ideas can be debated, but people shouldn't be damned. Got questions? Go to patreon.com/IBED and see you in the DMs and the comments. My name is Jonathan. This is EHA Daily. See you tomorrow.